Last time we were talking about music, we were talking about chords, notes that can put one on top of the other, so they all occur at the same time in an upright stack like this. Those are called chords rather than scales, which go this way up and down the lines. These are on the lines or spaces together in a row like this. So those are called chords. Now, what's interesting about chords, they're related to one another. There is something called a cycle of fifths, which is used for chords all over the place. All that means is if you start with a key of C, you go up five more: C, D, E, F, G. C, D, E, F, G. That's five. That's the next chord you will look at. And then you go to D, then to A, then to E, and so forth, all the way through a whole cycle till you come back to C again. That's called the cycle of fifths. The cycle of fifths is used to show chords and chords that are related to other chords. Now, this book, I have the chord wheel, the ultimate tool for all musicians. This is very handy. Why? First of all, if you look closely at it, you will see that where I have this right now is in the key of C. Now, you will see that if you look at it. Everything in the dark lines right here show you that you are in the key of C right there. Now, see that? Now, also, you will notice if you look very closely, you will see sharps and flats that we talked about before, all down the side like this. So, these are the chords related to the key of C, the key of G, and the key of F. And these are minor chords that go with it, and that's an alternate chord that goes with it. So all of these are related to one another in chords. Now, let's take it and go to the key of G this time. What you will notice this time, what's different about the key of G? Well, you'll notice one thing. See the chords that are in it this time? Look at that, key of G. There's a C, there's a G, and there's a D. But what do you notice down here? One sharp. Oh, yes, there is a sharp. Where is that sharp? What note has a sharp on it? Let's take a look and see. Oh, yes, I see it right here. There it is. Isn't that something? I notice it all the way at the top. There is an F sharp. So the note F is taken up a step to make that chord fit in with the scale it goes with. It has to do that. Now, if we go to the next one, D, you will also notice this. Notice D. How many sharps are there in D? This is the chord D. Now you've got G, D, and A. G, D, and A. Now, how many sharps are there in there? Two sharps. You've got the previous sharp that you had before, which was an F sharp. Now you've got a C sharp. So you see, this shows you how many sharps, then it shows you actually which notes are sharp. To make these chords be like they should, you can go all the way through this entire cycle with any key that you want. It shows you how many sharps. When you go on the other side, it will show you, for example, let's go over here, take a quick look at this one. And let's see what we get. What if we go to the key of F? Well, look at this. There's the key of C. There's the key of F. Aha! We don't have a sharp, do we? Take a look at this one. Is there a sharp there? No, there isn't. What is this? That is a flat. Key of F, B flat. The number, the note B is brought down a half cycle flat because you need that particular kind of sequence to make it fall into the scale that we use all the time. So every time you go to a different part of the keyboard to play a scale, you either have sharps and flats if it's not C, because you have to have that sequence of notes exactly right for this to be a major key. Now, there are minor keys and other keys of all kinds, but these are the main keys you use. That's why this chord wheel, not only on the outside, but on the inside, Shows you so many things you can do with this to decide what keys you want to have things played in, what notes you should use to do it, what kinds of chords will appear when you do that. That's why this is good for everyone, including composers.